But anyway, my performance yesterday at the Harlem Library, and it was really great. So I had some highlights from that. So yeah, it was a library, and they had special programming for Harlem Week, which is a celebration. The community of Harlem. This has been going on for years, several years. It started out as a week. It's a cultural event. There's programs, there's music, there's all kinds of different artistic things that's happening for Harlem Week. There's art, there's dance, there's music. And so the library had their own programming in honor of Harlem Week. And it actually lasts for a month now. It's not a week any longer. It's extended to a month. And so I was one of the featured artists at the library. And yeah, so it was really, really exciting. So I decided to design the show like a one-woman show as opposed to just a concert. I designed it as a personal autobiography one-woman show, it's called. So I named the show Benita Charles, My Musical Journey to Love. And I started with the first time I did my solo at 12 years old in church. And I sang a little snippet of the solo that I sang in church. And I went through my high school years performing and college performing, then my professional theater years, and up until coming to New York and what happened to me in New York. So I started out telling my story, giving some examples, singing a couple of things. And then I went to a full concert, like after I explained who I was, where I came from. Then I talked about my singing tips, show, and that. And so after I finished my whole spiel, I did a concert of about maybe about 6 or 7 songs. I mean, in total, I think I did maybe 9 to 10 songs. At least I had like 11 songs planned, but I knew I wasn't going to use all of those songs because I only had an hour for the show. So between the talking, the introduction, to my life, and then the music, I was within time. So I had plenty of material. But yeah, so I decided to do it like a one-woman show, and it actually worked out great. The director of the library, Jean, was pleased. Like, she really liked the way I did the show. She liked the fact that I spoke about who I was and how I approached my music before I sang, because once I did my songs, people could really relate to what I was singing. Hi, Max, how are you? People could really relate to what I was singing. Thanks so much for the reaction. They could really relate to the songs, and I gave a little background to some of the songs and how I wrote them, where I was when I wrote it. And so it really made, but it was a great audience because they were very attentive pretty much through the whole program. And the way the library had it set up, you pretty much had to look at me. They had me up front, and then this chairs was facing me, so you really had to see me. But and also it's one of those performances where the audience is very close to you, like they're very close, they're right in your face. So as opposed to some performances where there's a stage and then there's that third wall, they call it the third wall, where there's a distance between you and the audience, and sometimes there's lights so you don't see the audience. But this was a totally different thing. This kind of reminds me of when I used to be at like family functions, and they'd say, Benita, get up and sing, and you get up and sing, and it's like people are right there. It's one of those experiences. So, but luckily I'm seasoned enough to where that didn't throw me off. But in the past, that could be kind of nerve-wracking because it's like people are right there. Hi girl, how you doing? Melisha, what's going on? I'm sorry, did I say your name wrong? Please let me know if I said it wrong. Melisha? I'm sorry, I just said it wrong. But so nice that you're joining me. So this is Singing Tips Live. This is a show that I come on every weekend, And I give singing tips, which are artist development tips to artists. But as I said earlier, a lot of people have found value out of these tips because a lot of the tips are universal. Hi Delia, how are you? Hey girl, what's going on? So we got some new people here. This show I do every week, and usually I come on and I give performance tips, artist development tips, marketing tips. But today I'm sharing my show that I did yesterday at the Harlem Library. I'm just sharing some highlights from that show. I do that from time to time. If I have a performance, I usually come on and I just share highlights. But yeah, so I did the show like a one-woman show. So it was the story of my life, how I started singing, my experience as a singer, some of the highlights that happened to me in the early days through college, high school, college, and then moving back to Detroit from college because I moved. I was born in Detroit, but my family moved to Arkansas when I was a young age, and I spent high school and college in Arkansas. And then I moved back. Oh, hi, cuz Eileen. She came to the show. Thank you so much. It was so wonderful to see my family there. And then I spent some years in Detroit before I moved to New York. So I had I guess the show is divided into 3 parts. So part 1 is the beginning. Part 2 is Motown years. So the beginning includes, my early childhood development with my music through high school, college, and then the Motown years is when I moved back to, oh hey Auntie, thanks so much for coming in, when I moved to Detroit from college, and then from Detroit moving to New York, so, and then all the, through the present. So I did it as a woman show. The first part of the show was my life, and then the second part of the show was a concert. And the director of the library really loved the way I did the show. She thought it was really great because she said that it really got a chance for people to know who I was, so that she said, as opposed to me just singing, by the time I did the concert, people knew my story, that I told them like some of the songs, how I approached them, what was happening when I wrote them. So the audience really appreciated knowing, who I was and where I came from. So she really loved the show. It was, so I'm happy that she's the one that hired me. I'm happy that she loved it. And the audience, I got really great feedback from the audience. So it was really an enjoyable event. I had people who didn't know me. They saw the advertisement from the library. I had my family and friends there. So it was a really nice mix of people that were there. People who knew me, people who didn't know me. So, and everybody seemed to really enjoy it. So that let me know I did my job. So I had a few highlights from last night that I want to share with you. First of all, and I say this at every highlight that I do, the number one thing, you have to show up. If I didn't show up last night, I wouldn't have met some of the new fans that I met, some people that signed up on my mailing list, my guest book. And I was exposed to people who didn't know me, they didn't know my music. I got feedback from the staff of the library who loved it. One of the ladies told me, she said, oh, I hope they ask you back. She said, you were really great. Had one of the ladies that when I went to see the library a week ahead, one of the ladies that showed me the space, she popped her head in and she gave me a thumbs up. So it was really encouraging to know that everyone liked it. So number one, you have to show up. So whatever you're committed to do, you have to show up, because you never know who you might meet. You never know who might be touched by what you're trying to do. The second point I want to make is, which I said earlier, I designed the show as a one-woman show as opposed to just a concert, which worked out really great for the space. And, it's a library, so I think that the way I approached the show really fit the occasion and it fit the space. You have to know your audience. And it was I guess it was kind of a smart move on my part. I don't know why. Well, I think one of the reasons why I did it that way is because when she first asked me to do the show and she gave me a contract, the contract stated that it was a speaker series, and the contract stated that I would talk about my life, I would talk about my approach to songwriting, and and then the concert. So I said, oh, when I read the contract, I said, it might be interesting for me to do it as if I was like a one-woman show, and it actually worked out great. Number 3, I received rave reviews from the audience and the staff, so that let me know that they really enjoyed the way I designed the show. They were thoroughly entertained. I pretty much had their attention the whole time. I was making eye contact with them, and I was singing to I tried to sing to everybody in the space, so that no one felt slighted, and it worked really well. Everyone was very attentive, and they really enjoyed it. The fourth point is the library wants me to return in October, so I will be going back in October, and I was really happy that she asked me to come back, and she was so thrilled with my performance that she said she's definitely going to promote it a lot more. I'm going to do a better job at promoting it myself. I didn't have a chance to really promote it like I normally do. Hi, Ernesto. Thanks so much for coming in. So the next go round, I definitely plan to step it up, and so will she, so we can have more people there. And it was a nice beginning because it gave me an idea. So I'm going to really, yes. So yeah, I was really excited about it, and so I'm going to really go back through and really make the script a lot better, really make it get some more valid points of different aspects in my life, and maybe, because in New York, I didn't really do as many stories. I had stories for, when I was a child, I had stories, high school, college, but maybe even college I have some stories. I was a performance arts major in college, and if you don't know what that means opera. Because I didn't know what it meant. When I was in high school, I was like, what do I want to do with my life? I want to be a singer. I want to sing, in my life. So when I go to college, I want to major in singing. I didn't realize that it was opera. So I have some interesting stories about that I could probably add to the show. So I was thinking about, it gave me some ideas to really make the script a lot better. So that will give me an opportunity to do that for October. So if you guys are in New York City in October, I don't know the date yet, I will know soon, then you have a chance to see me again. And actually the show will be better because I'll be able to really flesh it out and make it, a little more solid. It was more like conversational the way I did it yesterday, but I will make it more, a little bit more formalized as a one-woman show. But it was just a great start, and the audience really enjoyed it, and that let me know I did my job. Because that's what you want, as a performer, you want to make sure, I think my goal with the show was I wanted to inspire people to just pursue their dreams. I mean, that's kind of been my whole theme, I guess, if you guys know, with the whole Never Ever Give Up song and all the stuff. I wanted this show, and that's one of the things that I forgot to say. So when I was talking to Jean about it, I said, I forgot to say. She said, that's okay, you didn't have to say it. It was, your story was inspirational. And she said, we got the point. So I said, okay, great. But yeah, so it was really a great experience. And to be honest with you, I don't normally toot my own horn, but I'm really proud of myself that the show went as well as it did. And I just want to really expound on it a little bit better, have some more stories, throughout the piece. And but yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. The client was happy. I'm happy. The audience was happy. So that lets me know that I was on the right track. So I'm looking forward to October. She wants me back in October. So I'm going to definitely hone up, kind of tighten things up and add some things. But I think that it was a really great start to something that could be even better. So I want to thank you guys so much for your support of the show. Really means a lot that you guys tune in every week for Singing Tips Live. On the Late Show. Okay. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Because, maybe I can promote this too on your show as October comes around. Hey, cuz, thanks so much for coming in. Yeah. So I think I really want to really add some things to the show and just really make it more of a production, because it was good the way I did it, to be honest with you. But I'm sure I have some stories to tell. So so yeah, I think it would be great because as I said, the show is divided into 3 parts. The first part is the beginning. It's oh, thank you so much. Yeah. So it's 3 parts. Part 1 is the beginning, which is childhood, high school, and college years. And then there's the Motown years, and that's my time in Detroit, where I really honed my professional skills with live bands and musical theater, professional theater. And there's New York. So part 3 is New York. So that's everything that I learned and happened in New York up until the present. So that's kind of how I divided the show. The show is called My Musical Journey to Love. And the reason why I called it My Musical Journey to Love is because the love that I want to share through my music to inspire people to live their dreams, to inspire people, to touch people and make people happy. That's my goal through my music, is to inspire people to be the best that they can be at whatever they're trying to do, and also to share love and spread joy and happiness and make people happy. That is the one thing when I'm performing, I love to see people smiling and happy. That's what I do it for. That's because I feel like we need joy, we need happiness, and we need kindness, and we need love. Love can combat all of this hate that's happening right now. And if I can spread love through my music, that's my goal. So that is the heart of everything that I'm trying to do with everything that I do, is love. So that's why I call the show My Journey to Love, My Musical Journey to Love, because it's through music. So I want to spread love, share love through music. So that is my ultimate goal in my life. So everything that I try to do, I would like for it to be inspirational. So if you notice my posts, I like to post a lot of inspirational quotes, and I try to do uplifting things because I want to heal the world. That is my goal. That is my goal through my music, is to heal the world through love. So sorry, I got on my soapbox. But that is my ultimate goal. That's why I do what I do. So when people are happy with my performances, that is my goal. That lets me know, okay, did my job. So yeah, it was just kind of a fluke that I decided to do it as a one-woman show. Just like Singing Tips started the same way. I just turned the camera on one day and I started talking. And sometimes you never know, the best things happen that way. Sometimes the best things happen when it's not planned. Love actually conquers hate. Love overpowers hate. It has a lot of power, and I just, that's my goal. That's why I do what I do, and everything that I do, I want that love to come through. So that's my ultimate goal with everything that I do in terms of my music and my speeches and my singing tip show. I want that. And you guys give me so much love. You really do. It helps. It helps that I put out the love, but you give it right back to me, and I really appreciate it. All the support that you guys give me and the love that you show for the show and everything I do. And it's funny because if I don't do the show, somebody will always say, hey, you didn't do your show. Oh, you didn't do the show this week. So it lets me know people, they really do like it. So thank you. I appreciate all the love that you guys give. But yes, love is very powerful. And I think that we need more love. We definitely need more love. I try not to go into politics or anything with this show. But I just say that to say, we definitely need love in this world, especially with just prayers going out to the people in Ohio, the people in Texas. There's just so much going on right now, so much hate, so much unnecessary violence. And as I said before, this is not a political show, but I just want to send love and prayers to all the people that are going through the tragedies that's happening. And, love is the answer. God is love, and we just need more love. So, everything that I do, I want to inspire and share love. So, I didn't want to get off on that, but yeah. So I wanted to just share with you guys what happened yesterday. It was really wonderful. I was tired yesterday, so I didn't go on after that. But I wanted to be fresh for you guys, so that's why I said, let me do it Sunday. But yeah, it was wonderful, and they want me back. So I will be back in October. I will let you know. As soon as I have the date, I will let you know. But I'm really excited about it, and I'm going to really expand the show a little bit more. Maybe go a little deeper. As I said, it's called My Musical Journey to Love. It's divided into 3 parts. The first part is the early years. I call it the beginning. That's my childhood, high school, college years. The second part is Motown years. That's the time that I spent in Detroit after college, just honing my craft and gaining some professional experience. And then part 3 is New York, the Big Apple, of all my experience here in New York. And being in New York, I've really grown as an artist. It just taught me a lot about myself, and just how I approach things is totally different from the early years. But every experience that you have leads you to where you are right now. Everything that happened to me in the early years and the Motown years has helped make me the artist that I am. All the things that I've learned here in New York has helped make me the artist that I am right now. This show, Singing Tips Live, has really been a godsend for me. It's really, I just feel like it's opened me up to so many other things as an artist. And the things that I learned through this show and things that I share with you all from the experiences that I have has really helped me. I feel like it's helped me grow as an artist too. So everything that, I just said all that to say that everything that you do in your life from the early years to now, it matters, it means something, and it really adds to who you are right now. So I just feel like you should be open to every experience you have, because you just never know. Even my day job, even the things that's unrelated to me as an artist helps. Every experience that I've had, every job. I used to have all these different jobs when I was younger, growing up. Every job that I've had, when I think back to what it was and what I did, I can relate it to something that has helped me as an adult. So I just encourage you all to just keep sharing, keep growing, keep learning, keep doing everything, because everything works together to make you who you are. So I'm so grateful for all the experiences that I've had, and I'm grateful for you guys. It just really means a lot that you come in every week. And all the new people, thank you so much for coming in. This is Singing Tips Live. I come in every week and I share my experiences. I do some research sometimes on different topics. Also have guests. Have some guests coming up. So yeah, it's been a really great experience. I'm gonna give you guys back your weekend. Oh, by the way, I do have a website. My website is benitacharles.com. I definitely keep it fresh. So if you want to know all about me, you can go to my website. It has all of my happenings, where I am, my music. I try to keep my blog up to date, so my blog has. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. I'm so sorry. I did not really take pictures yesterday. I think I was just tired. And when I thought about it, I said, oh, I didn't take any pictures. So I took a picture with the director of the library, Jean Harris Bersad. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Really sweet lady. She was so happy with my performance. And so I took a picture with her, and I took a solo picture. But I normally am better about that. So in October, I definitely will take more behind the scene pictures. I definitely will do it. I think I'll try to have someone help me as well. Because, I had a lot of things I was trying to do with bringing equipment in, and, I was trying to do everything. So that's another thing. Sometimes it's good to have help. It's good to have a crew. I'm the type of person, I try to do it all. And, sometimes you need help. You need to ask for help. So I think with my next show, I would definitely like to try to have a crew or somebody to help me. Because I was so tired yesterday, and I meant to take some pictures of some of the fans that came, and I'll do a better job about that the next show. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Oh, before I go, if anyone has anything they'd like to say or like to share, you have any links you'd like to share, please feel free. I like to highlight all the people who are on and they like to share something. So if anyone's on before I leave and you'd like to share anything, please do so now. As I said before, I will be on next week. As I said before, that I do have a website, so you can go. Hi, Big Mike. Thanks so much for coming in. BenitaCharles.com. That's my website. You can always go on there if you want to know where I am, what I'm doing. You want to listen to some music. I link my video is on there. My music video is on there. So I try to keep it up to date and fresh for you guys. But you can always go on BenitaCharles.com. But today, I just want to share with you my experience yesterday with the show I created for the Harlem Library. The show is called Benita Charles, My Musical Journey to Love. And so it was really fun. It was really great. I gave me some ideas of, what to add to the show to make it better. But everyone really enjoyed it, and that's the most important thing. I did my job. As long as the audience enjoyed it, then I know I did my job. So thank you guys so much, and I'll keep you posted for the October show. I'll keep you posted of when that, and I do have one announcement. Coming up next month, Preacher Man will be releasing his album. He has an album release party at the Brooklyn Bowl on September 9th. That's a Monday night. But it's going to be a grand affair. He's going to be releasing. It's going to be his album release party. So we're going to have a great time. As I get more details, I'll let you guys know. So that's my next performance on September 9th next month with Preacher Man and his album release party. So that's going to be really exciting. So I'll keep you guys posted on that as I get more details. So thank you so much. I will see you next time on Singing Tips Live. On a different day.